Hey guys, welcome back, and in this video we're going to be talking about guest posting. So guest posting is simply writing an article for someone else's blog. This is done to get your name out, get exposure to your site from the other blog's audience, and it also builds backlinks back to your blog. It's a tried and tested method which works extremely well even to this day. So the first and most important step is to find relevant blogs that accept guest blogging. A majority of blogs love guest post because it sets them up as an authority and it saves them time. So how do you find these guest post accepting blogs? There are a few ways. First way is simply google.com. Google is the best place to start. So simply head to Google and then search with one of these 6 keywords. So first one is your keyword plus write for us. Second one is your keyword plus submit guest post. Third one, your keyword plus guest post opportunities. Fourth, your keyword plus guest post. 5, your keyword plus guest author. 6, your keyword plus become a contributor. So enter any of those keywords into Google and you'll get results like this. So I typed in photography plus submit guest post, and there you have a list of the websites that accept guest post, and there's going to be many blogs where they have a curation of guest posts already done for you, like the top one there. Here's another one I did for photography plus write for us. Here's 6 results with a few different opportunities, and you'll notice that what comes up, they're all pretty similar blogs. You know, there may be a few variations, but they're all pretty similar what the results are. So like I said, the results will be similar with each variation you use. You want to use a spreadsheet like Excel, or you could have a free one such as Google Drive. And you could even write it down on a piece of paper if you want, and then write down the name of the blogs and make a list. Method number 2 is we're going to be using Twitter. So due to its nature of sharing links, Twitter has a goldmine of potential guest posting links. Most blog articles on the internet are shared on Twitter, so why not utilize that fact? So when someone writes a guest post, that blog will most likely share that on Twitter plus something mentioning that it is a guest post. So you're going to be taking advantage of that by simply heading to Twitter and searching for your keyword plus guest blogging. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so now that we're on Twitter, go up to the top right hand corner of the search bar, and I've done this before. I'm just going to type in fitness plus guest blogging and click search. And what I'm going to find is that there are a few articles suggesting that they take guest posts. So let's have a look. Here's one. You don't have to be a fitness expert, mom, or have any blogging experience to guest post for us. That's one. Are you a blogger? Want to share your work? That's 2. I'm looking for guest blogging in the fitness health community. No, that's someone who wants to guest post, so that's not 1. Let's scroll down a bit more. Guest blogging today on a great site for real women juggling life and fitness. That's another one. I'm guest blogging for ClassPass today. So you see a lot of people who guest blog, they will show you where they're guest blogging on their tweets. So Twitter is a great way to find these cool little websites that accept guest blogs. So let's try another niche. Let's do baking. Baking plus guest blogging search. Here's one. Very excited to be guest blogging on Local magazine, so you know they accept guest blogging. New guest blog post. Twitter is a goldmine of blogs that accept guest posting. So spend some time on here and have a look around, and you're sure gonna find a lot of blogs that take guest posts. And then Third method is what I call the ultimate list. So as I showed you on Google before, by simply typing in your niche plus guest blog, you will get effective results. But there are also blogs who have compiled a list of all the top blogs that accept guest posting already, so you don't have to go out and find them. So a great website I recommend you go to is called effectivebusinessideas.com/blogs that accept guest posts. So what this website is a list of all the top blogs in any niche you can imagine that accept guest posts. So this is a great way for you to find blogs that accept guest posts, and it's all compiled up in one nice list. And then once you have a spreadsheet of potential guest post accepting blogs, you want to start vetting the blogs to see which one is worth your time. So you don't want to be guest posting on as many blogs as you can, because you know a lot of blogs don't have the potential to really be that effective, and you're going to be wasting a lot of time. So like I said, a lot of sites are simply content farms, and they just accept all posts purely for ad revenue, and you don't want those. So on the previous video for building relationships, I mentioned a few metrics on how to determine which blogs you should put your effort into, and these are social media numbers, comments on each article, and you also want to check their domain authority. And then once you have a spreadsheet of potential guest post accepting blogs, let's move on to how to actually get your post on there. Before you expect other people to let you guest post on their site, you must have some content already written for them to check out your work. This means great articles on your blog. This shows site owners that you're passionate about the subject, you have experience writing, and they know what to expect. So imagine someone's applying to guest post on your blog. You're obviously going to want to see what they have written before, and you want to make sure that their content is actually good and their writing style matches your site. So don't just start applying for guest posting straight away. Wait till you've written a few articles that are high in quality. It's important to be writing well in the beginning of your blog, so you have a list of great content. So this is my number one mistake when I first started writing. I was just putting whatever on there, not caring about how valuable and how well I was writing, and just making sure I have content. You don't want to do that. You want to be starting writing well from the very beginning. Second thing is you also want to start getting noticed by the owners of the blog. This will increase the chances of them accepting your posts and replying to your emails. This isn't necessary, but in my experience, it helps big time. So I mentioned in the previous video, but let me reiterate what they are again. So number one is commenting on their blogs. This is a great way for them to get noticed, especially if your comments are helpful and add to that blog post. Number two is include them in your articles by linking to their blog or mentioning them. So you'll be surprised by how much they notice when other blogs mention them, because it lets them know. It lets them know. Number three, engaging in their social media. This means talking to them on Facebook, answering their polls or any questions they have, and making sure they see you. Number four is help them out. So this is a big one. Fix their site for them, find any broken links, etc., etc. Number five is to compliment them. So say thanks for your help. It really inspires people to know that what they're doing is helping someone. So whoever is being helped, that you will get noticed. So when you email them about a guest posting opportunity, they're already warm to you and will remember you if you've helped them out and been commenting with value. That's the whole point of being noticed. Value and genuine provider of help. Third thing is to find the right topic. Now you want to find what type of articles to write that will have the highest chance of being accepted. So from your list of potential blogs, you should have around 5 or 6. You want to be reading their previous guest posts and researching the topic, their target audience, which should be similar to yours, and their recent posts. Another great tip is to rewrite old, popular yet outdated articles. So this requires you using a tool such as BuzzSumo to see their popular articles and see which ones you can rewrite. And also, this is what they like, this is what their audience like, because they've written about it before. Tip is don't just rewrite one for the sake of it. You need something refreshing to replace it with, such as new research and data, new techniques and ideas, etc., etc. And then once you've done the research, write down a list of potential article ideas. Don't hold back here, as you can always vet your list later. Write down as many ideas as you can so you can cut down later. Plus, this is great as it gives you potential ideas for your own blog. And finally, once you've written some blog content, engaged and been noticed by those bloggers, written down a list of potential blog topics, it's time to contact the owner of the site you want to guest post on. This is best done through email unless you've built up a relationship and have contact through other means. And here's an email template that has worked well for me and many other people. So, hi blog owner, my name is Daniel and I run whatever your blog is. I've been following your blog for quite a while and love your content. I especially enjoyed, and then put a link to an article that you enjoyed. Make sure you've read it. I'm writing to you as I'm trying to grow my blog and would love to contribute a guest post on their blog. I've been researching on what type of material your audience loves and I have a few ideas. And then here, write, 2, 3, 4. You don't want too many ideas as it can be overwhelming. And then I'll make sure the article is filled with research and data and something your audience will regard as very valuable. Here's a sample of my previous work so you can see the level of quality I dedicate to my articles, and then give a link to that particular article or two. And then let me know what you think, thanks, and then sign off with your name and your website. So that's all there is to it, to the email template. And an email like that is so effective because all the benefits are on them. You've been engaged in their blog, they get a list of potential ideas to choose from, and they get to see your previous work. It's a win-win situation for them, and they could always just say no. They've got nothing to lose. So let me show you some quick tips for guest posting. Tip number 1 is limit your own opinion and include as much data and research as you can. Tip number 2, insert quotes from experts. So this is really similar to tip number 1 because in the age of information that we live in, it saves them time from having to research and making sure the point that you're making is actually true and valuable. So by inserting a quote from an expert from another blog, they know that the tip is good. And then number 3, you don't want to be featured on the best blog straight away. I only say this because they'll most likely reject you. You want to start small, start medium, and then finally you can start aiming for blogs such as the Huffington Post, Business Insider, and all of those top websites. So don't try and guest post on those sites straight away, as you most likely will be rejected. So you want to keep these tips in mind in regards to guest posting. Now I want to show you a quick tip I learned from Derek Halpern from socialtriggers.com, and it's what I called niche blending. I know that I mentioned earlier that you should really guest post on your own topic, but here's another trick to help you get into the guest blogging mindset and help get you started. So not only do you have to guest post on blogs in your niche, you can try to blend your niche in with a blog in another niche. A lot of blogs don't like guest posts from competitive blogs, so you can get around this by blending your niche with blogs in another niche. This isn't a big problem when starting out, but will be as you grow bigger and bigger. So try to think of niches that you can blend one of your articles with. So you won't be able to do this with every single niche, but a lot of niches have overlap. So if you run a travel blog, you can write an article on the best places to live for web designers on a design blog. You could write a blog on the best cities to visit if you're a vegan, on a vegan blog or a health blog. And you could also write write one of the most beautiful cities with awesome photo opportunities for a photography blog. So let me give you another example with a health blog. You can write an article on how to stay healthy when traveling on a travel blog, best foods for increased creativity on a design or photo blog, or best foods for optimum mental health on a psychology blog. So these are just examples from the top of my head. Use your creativity and try to fit your niche in with other niches. And you could use the same methods I mentioned earlier, but this time in other niche. So the traffic you get won't be as targeted, but this gives you more opportunities for link building and getting your name out. Plus, people have more than one interest, so who knows whether or not their audience will also like your blog. So it's a great way to get you started in the guest blogging mindset and helps you interact with other blogs. And that's all there is to it for guest blogging, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't skip this part because guest blogging is a really great way of building traffic, especially if you're starting out. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video.